Notice that the disk icon is highlighted. It lets you know that the disk has been selected for you. Now, see the menu bar across the top of the screen? It contains different actions you can take.
I see.
Now, to see what's on the disk, I select the File menu by moving the mouse to position the pointer on File. Then I hold down the mouse button and pull down the File menu by dragging the pointer until I come to Open. When I release the mouse button, watch what happens.
Huh. That's really something. Are all personal computers that fast?
No, they're not. Macintosh is much faster than conventional personal computers. That's because it can process 32 bits of information at one time, at least twice as many as the others. This fast, powerful 32-bit architecture makes Lisa technology possible. That's the mouse, icons, and pull-down menus that make Macintosh easy to learn and to use. Something you said you really wanted a computer, right?
So far, it looks good.
Notice the icons on the screen here? They represent various documents that are on the disk. Next, I'm going to show you how to use an electronic spreadsheet program called Multiplan to help you prepare a forecast.
Gary tells Walt what they'll cover in the rest of the demo. Then he continues to demonstrate Macintosh, creating a simple spreadsheet with Multiplan and a brief memo with MacWrite. He inserts a portion of the spreadsheet model in the memo, showing Walt how easy it is to cut and paste from one application to another. Finally, he prints out the documents for Walt.
The difference between Macintosh and other personal computers is as simple as point, click, cut, and paste. Now, doesn't this seem easier than the way you're doing things now?
There's no comparison. It would take me 2 hours to turn out something of this quality. I'm beginning to see how Macintosh could make my work easier.
And increase your personal productivity?
It really could, Gary.
What about it, Walt? Can we set you up with Macintosh today?
Could be, but before I say yes, now you've showed me MacWrite and Multiplan. But people have told me that I should make sure that there's plenty of software support for any system that I buy.
Apple has a strong commitment to making sure there's plenty of software developed for Macintosh by leading third-party developers. In fact, over 100 software developers began writing programs for Macintosh even before it was introduced. Here's a list of what's available.
There's more here than I probably would ever use.
And all these programs use the mouse, pull-down menus, and the same basic commands: point, click, cut, paste, the ones you've already learned. The real benefit of Lisa technology for you, Walt, is that after you've learned one program, it'll be easy to learn and use the others, and you can move information between them quickly and easily. Make sense?
Sure does.
And when you want to do your work at home, Walt, take Macintosh with you. Remember, it's complete, all in one box. Plug it in, slip in the disk, and you're ready to work.
It looks terrific.
So what do you think, Walt? It seems that Macintosh really meets your needs, and it's within your budget. Would you like to use the Apple credit card to place your order now?
Why not?
Good. You're making an excellent decision. Macintosh is a great system.
Another Macintosh goes to work. Did you see how Gary organized the entire sale? He greeted Walt and made him feel comfortable. He then asked questions to find out Walt's needs, and he listened carefully to the answers. Gary also made sure Walt was qualified, that he was interested in buying, that he was ready to buy soon, that he had the money, and was the sole decision-maker on the purchase. He introduced Walt to Macintosh while preparing a brief, personalized demonstration geared to Walt's specific objectives. Gary obviously understood Macintosh's 4 key features and was able to discuss them as benefits to Walt: the ease of learning and use of Lisa technology, the speed and flexibility of the 32-bit architecture needed to support Lisa technology, the superior personal productivity software from leading third-party developers, and its one complete transportable box. And Gary made sure Walt knew that Apple provides all this value at a price within Walt's budget. Gary discussed the Apple credit card and offered Walt financing alternatives rather than discussing one price. Throughout the sale, Gary read Walt's buying signals, and when the time was right, he closed by asking for the order. We'll pause here to give you some time to think about and discuss what you've just seen. Feel free to turn off the video player and turn it back on when you're ready to see Gary meet his next customer. Welcome back. In this scene, Gary will talk with Jane West, a middle manager in a large company. Because she's already familiar with computers, Jane will have some very specific questions for Gary regarding Macintosh's capabilities. Jane considers her time to be extremely important and doesn't want to spend 20 to 40 hours learning how to use a personal computer. Jane has been shopping for computers for a couple of weeks. Yesterday, Gary introduced Jane to Macintosh through the demo station. She didn't have time for a more in-depth demonstration, so Gary gave her a Macintosh brochure and scheduled an appointment for today.
Hi, Jane. It's good to see you again.
Hi, Gary.
Did you get a chance to read the Macintosh brochure I gave you yesterday?
Yes, I did, and I just hope Macintosh is as easy to learn and use as the brochure says.
Oh, you'll see for yourself. Yesterday you said you had only an hour to spend today, so I've planned a demo that will show you how quickly you can learn to use Apple's Macintosh personal computer. You'll see what it can help you do, and we'll still have plenty of time for questions. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Would you like to take a seat?
Sure.
Okay. Now, to make sure I haven't missed anything, let's review your main reasons for buying a personal computer.
Good. I like your thoroughness.
As I recall, you're interested in three things. You want to do your work in less time and be more efficient. You want a personal computer that's easy to use and that won't require learning complex codes. And it's got to fit into your budget, right?
Absolutely. At this point, I know I have to get a personal computer, but I don't have a lot of time to learn how to use one.
I understand. Now, in terms of the kind of work you do, you mentioned that you prepare budgets and competitive analyses and that you write memos and letters to your staff and customers.
That's right.
Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. But after seeing Macintosh yesterday and reading the brochure, I thought of another way Macintosh might be able to help me.